It is a new season of Ultraman. Our hero, he likes to study zoology, 'cause he is Ultraman Teo. The show is starting. He is like Omega, in that the civilian form is a Ultraman. Look, I don't know the theme song for Teo yet, so I'm going to use Omegas as a placeholder.
Teo Omega. Wait, if they fuse, would they become purple?
Teo Mega. Yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting. Much like how Omega has a resemblance to the Earth, Teo doesn't look like Leo, but rather he looks like Cosmos. So it's like we're doing Cosmos all over again, sort of.
Cosmos 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Cosmos 2, Wrath of Random Kaiju.
No, Cosmos 2, The Wrath of Chaos Header.
Yeah, perfect. Chaos
yeah,
Header.
And instead of going con, you'll have Red Falcon go, Chaos!
Chaos! Chaos! I will leave you as you have left me, as you left my kaiju, shimmering on the edge of the universe. Glittering alive, glittering alive. Chaos! Header! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the UltraQuest podcast. We're doing our 4th season. Wow, we're 4 seasons into our podcast, and of course, the first half of the season is always the latest season to air, and of course, the season in question is none other than Ultraman Teo. Starting with our first episode, "The Man Who Came from H12." Well, actually, it's H12. Like they actually establish that it's actually pronounced H12, not, like the band 303.
Yeah. When you say H12, it makes me think of B12.
Yeah, for me, H12, like, it makes me think about Hep C. Look, man, I've seen a bunch of random Darman videos while I was doom scrolling.
Oh, God. Oh gosh, yeah, the hokey acting, the unrealistic situations,
and then at the end, so you see, when they learn to judge a book not by its cover, things started to go better for them, as if being a Karen was bad all along.
One of my favorites is I forget what his name is, but he's a doctor. He works in the medical field. So, and you can easily find this if you just look it up on YouTube. He was watching Darman videos, and then there's this part that lives rent free in my head, to where the doctor says to the sickly woman, "Look, there isn't very much time. Anyway, here's how much the." He hands her a paper that says, "Here's how much the surgery is going to be," and he just outright goes, "What?"
You know what's crazy is that what many Dar fans don't know is that there's a Ukrainian version, because of course a Slavic country is gonna rip off something that's popular in America. I can't believe I used the word popular to describe Darman. But yeah, no, it's and the thing is, it's not that they're speaking in Ukrainian, they're speaking in English, but they all have thick accents. Weirdly enough, even the one black actor in that cast also speaks, he actually speaks with a British accent. He's the only person who doesn't have a thick Ukrainian accent. And it's like some of the Slavic grammar just bleeds over into the English dialogue in the Ukrainian version. There's always a character who's homeless, right? He's like, Don't listen to him. He's a homeless.
You know I might have to check this out because this sounds like
you could have said he is homeless, adjective, or he is a bum, noun, but no, they're like he is a homeless.
Okay, that sounds a lot like do you know what Backstroke of the West is?
No.
Okay, so long story short, when there were bootleg DVD copies of Revenge of the Sith that were released in China, so the audio is still in English, but the subtitles are translated from English to Chinese, then back to English, and the grammar is terrible. So a group of fans actually did a parody dub of the whole movie of Revenge of the Sith, but with that dialogue. So one of my favorite parts.
This is called what again?
Backstroke of the West.
Backstroke of the West.
So one of my absolute favorite parts is when Yoda goes to fight Palpatine. And Sidious says, "You can't obstruct I. I would be aller strong and big than anyone."
I gotta see this.
Palpatine, what are you, a toddler?
Oh yeah. And here's another crazy thing: the Ukrainian Dharma. Again, I'm trying to remember the name of the Ukrainian Dharma. It's like it's like the acting is way more dramatic than actual Dharma. It's like actual Dharma. It's like everyone like plays certain characters flat, and like there's like and only like the Karen character is like overly dramatic. But here it's like it may as well be Days of Our Lives or General Hospital, the Young and the Restless, the Bold and the Beautiful, and basically copy paste Sean Kanan's filmography, but in Ukrainian. You know, and again, everyone's speaking English the entire time. You know, it's not like they're speaking in Ukrainian and then dub. No, they're actually speaking in English, and it's like I know what this is. You are a racist. It's like I don't have to listen to a homeless. It's like it kills. It's hilarious, and it kills me every time. And then there's like a spin-off where it's like it focuses on like love themed stories, and there's like one where it's like where basically like Satan takes the form of a blind man on the street, and like he basically gives, I can't remember if it was a woman or a man, but like they give him like basically sight beyond sight, where when you make eye contact, like you could tell if a person's lying or not, and like their spouse is cheating on them, but like turns out their spouse also has this ability. I can't remember all the details, but it's like, but man, you're gonna see some crazy things when you scroll through social media and you have time to kill and no Toku to watch. But thankfully, we do have Toku to watch, and it is Ultraman Teo. And unlike Omega, it is simuldubbed. So, yes, this guy's got the Japanese subs. I got the English dub. So, and yes, what's really hard to get used to is the fact that, like we do the show relatively differently between when we do the current season versus a legacy season, because we have the legacy seasons. Obviously, like we have the Blu-rays, DVDs, Tubi. Thankfully, Tubi did not lose their license on Ultraman, at least. But that's counter blessings. But yeah, so it's like I low-key forgot that. Oh yeah, with Blazar, Arc, and Omega, yeah, we had to sit through commercials in the middle of the episode. And then there's the commercials inside the commercials. So it's like you got the pre-prescribed. You have the prescribed like Tsuburaya commercials. But then in the middle you have those breaks where like YouTube shows you commercials. So you have commercials on top of commercials. At least it's not those specials where like you watch like the funniest Christmas commercials shown around the world because you're spending 2 hours watching commercials, and then you have to go on a commercial break from watching commercials.
All right. I mean, yeah, when I watch it on YouTube, other than like the advertisements that you're forced to watch, I just skip through the in-video commercials.
Yeah. But nevertheless, it's true. It's like it's something to get used to because it's like when you watch Tiga and Rube, or you watch Geo 66 and Zed, or you watch Cosmos and Powered, you get so used to not having those commercials that you forget. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot these have commercials. Nope, I went too far. Okay. And of course, obligatory first episode doesn't have the theme song, so we can't talk about the theme song.
No, but what we can talk about is it begins with Teo's home planet of H12, not H12. H12 sounds like a prescription. Here, I'm prescribing you H12. Too bad the planet blew up.
Can you imagine if it was called H20? Because it's like, are you saying it's H20 or is it H2O? Because like when I talk about that one Halloween film, I always call it Halloween H2O because it was always marketed as Halloween H2O, but like high key, it's actually Halloween H20 because it's the 20th anniversary Halloween film.
Yeah,
well, they don't tell you that, but so it's Halloween H2O, and it sounds cooler. It's like it's
Halloween
like,
water.
Yeah, no, because what got me thinking again. I haven't seen any of the Halloween films prior to H2O, so what got me thinking is, Michael Myers. Imagine if Michael Myers can turn into water, and then it's like you're trying to lock a door, right? And then he just goes underneath, slips underneath the crack and reforms on the opposite side. Like that scene from Fantastic Four where Reed Richards does a thing with his hand. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But yeah, except it's Michael Myers or Ivan Ooze from the '95 film. That would be so scary, especially with how his mask looks in this movie. Oh man.
Yes.
H2O is so good.
But things that I have missed. The Black Plague. The Spanish
Inquisition. The Brady Bunch reunion. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like
yeah, we see it from Teo's point of view. But a bit before that, we actually see some of the residents of H12, and we see that. Well, we did see this one Red Ultra that looks similar to Teo, except his color timer is upside down. I don't know who that is, or if he'll be. I don't know if he'll be like an antagonist. Thinking he got destroyed, so maybe he'll be a secondary character, secondary Ultraman. I don't know, rival. We don't know yet, but we mainly see that most of the citizens of this planet are Blue Ultras. So I'm presuming, or at least assuming, that like a bunch of the other recent shows, this show is probably in its own universe. I imagine it's probably not in the same universe as, like the Showa Ultraman and Mabius. So I kind of think, okay, what do the Blue Ultras do here? Because in the M78 universe, Blue Ultras are the scientists of M78.
See, I did not know that. But I do know that in the Old Republic, the lightsaber color actually had meaning, where blue lightsabers belong to Knight class Jedi, or more focused on physical combat, while green lightsabers belong to wizard class Jedi, who are more focused on being in tune with the Force. while yellow is more like in between.
Yeah, or like how purple is a mix of the light and the dark.
Mm. Or
Something like that.
or just Samuel L. Jackson being difficult.
Yeah,
Well, I say
but
that loosely. He's like, "Can I have a purple lightsaber?" Yeah, you can have a purple lightsaber. Nice.
yeah. But just remember, guys, Spielbond from Metal Heroes had the double-sided lightsaber before Darth Maul. Arc and Pulp.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
it's interesting that you mentioned Ultraman Leo earlier and Cosmos, because this honestly feels like a mixture of the both in some ways. You see, Teo, we see from his point of view, and that's actually horrifying to watch from, if you put yourself in his shoes, seeing your home planet blow up.
Yeah.
That also basically happened in Ultraman Leo, because in Leo, his planet of L77, so yeah, there's like 2 Ultra worlds in the Showa universe. His planet was attacked by the magma aliens, and there was a mass genocide of his whole species. Basically, only him and his twin brother Astra were the only survivors.
Mhm.
And then, as far as like Cosmos goes, we've got this blue pacifistic Ultraman. So he's kind of like a mixture of both Leo and Cosmos.
Yeah. Yeah. And on the subject of Cosmos, yeah, the color scheme and to a lesser extent the patterns do resemble more of Cosmos than other Ultraman we've seen in the past. I mean, obviously, like a lot of them are like red and silver, and then we get a red, silver, and and insert cool color. But yeah, no, here it's like, yeah, no, like this is like much like how Omega was like hardcore using Zayarth's color scheme. This Teo very much borrows from Cosmos. You know what else he borrows from Cosmos? The CGI rendering of his arms. Like I swear, like when you see the POV shot, it's it has that early 2000s CGI smoothness that I remember seeing in Cosmos. I'm like, bro, this is Cosmos. This is freaking Cosmos. But the head sculpt does feel a little bit more like Nexus to a certain extent because of the way the sides protrude outward. Although I know Nexus does look a little bit different than this, but the first thing that comes to my mind is Nexus. So
Yeah,
and
I can also see that his head kind of resembles Leo in a way. Like, it's mainly like the horns thing and also like the nose, which I might as well just say this right now. I do like Teo's I do like his suit design. Well, it's his skin, so I like Teo's design. However, the only things that I do not like about this design is the shape of the nose and to an extent the mouth. I feel like those two things make his face look kind of ugly.
Yeah, the big lips thing, I'm not a big fan of. I wasn't a fan of it when they did it with Arc. Not a fan of it here either. But what I really liked about Teo's design is that Reiwa style spinal cord on his back.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I love I love that bit of like Reiwa like protrusion on the suit. Like Blazar, it's like asymmetry aside, I just love like stitching on that thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Blazar's design. I love the red and blue streaks on his body.
Yeah. Yeah. But with that said, we cut to Earth, which is not our Earth, but it's a planet similar to Earth, which conveniently is also called Earth.
King Oger?
May as well be. And yeah, it turns out he's a college student to be like either a zoologist or a veterinarian. So I'm like, wait, Gal Ranger?
Got it.
Wait a minute, Jew Oger? So like he sees a kid and his dog, and he's like being affectionate with the dog, which is great. But then the dog poops, and he's like, "Are you sick?"
Yeah,
No.
let's
To be
skip
be
that part.
fair, you are a little bit sick when you need to use the bathroom, and you make yourself feel better by using the bathroom because you're expelling toxins from your body. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, I gotta clean up after him. That is a weird thing. It's like, and then it just dawns on me. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. In Japan, we don't have public trash cans except in touristy areas, which means that when you pick up poop for a dog, it never crossed my mind what it's like to take care of a dog in Japan because I take care of a dog here in America, and I've been to Japan without my dog. So I'm like, so it didn't cross my mind. Oh yeah, that's right. If I have to pick up after my dog, that means I have to carry his poop till I get all the way back home. Oh man, I hope I don't have to go to Sevi on the way back. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that disgusting thing aside, he shows up late for his class. There's a cow there. More stuff I don't want to talk about. Let's just skip the whole poop thing.
Yeah, basically, it's like he takes what he learned about the dog and tries to apply it to the cow, which doesn't apply the same way. And it occurs to me, it's like, wait, so we're starting this new season with a poop joke. Well, let's hope the rest of the season isn't a shit show.
Especially since this is, it's not a big deal or anything. The 60th anniversary.
I mean, Power Rangers didn't really care much on their 15th, 20th, and 30th anniversary.
I still think that Once a Ranger isn't as bad as people make it out to be. Not perfect, but it's still better like the anniversaries that came after.
Yeah, the legacy characters are amazing, and I'm happy that they have really good chemistry with each other. But they severely underutilized the current cast. And they just made the current cast look bad. And the current cast isn't bad per se. Like they have their moments. I like Mac. I like Rose. I like Taizan, but don't make them look like quitters.
I heard
I remember one time Tommy said, "Look, we may not have powers anymore, but we're still the Power Rangers." And then Shade says, "We may not be Power Rangers, but we still got power."
Oh yeah,
y'all still got your civilian powers, dude.
Yeah. Well, I heard that from Jackie Marchand. Is that her name? One of the old showrunners that originally, I'm not exactly sure how they were going to execute this, but originally, and it got cut out. They tried to make the Overdrive team leaving seem more sympathetic. I don't know how, but it's like, okay, could you please explain to us why, so that it doesn't look like they're just giving up?
Yeah, see, what they could have done is, instead of just fracturing the morphing grid, they could have just severed the Rangers' tie to the morphing grid, where it's like no matter what they do, they literally do not have the ability to morph, not because they no longer have the will to, but because they just logistically couldn't. But the powers could still be accessed by someone else. So then you could have had the legacy cast just become the new Overdrive Rangers for a couple of minutes. Can you imagine Johnny becoming the Overdrive Red Ranger and Tori becoming the Overdrive Pink Ranger, and it's crazy that Tommy has the most Ranger colors, And second place belongs to Bridge. Yeah. But yeah, so Teo, I still don't know his human name. He, that's right, Ibuki.
Yeah, just remember the secondary rider from Hibiki.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ibuki, like, he is not fitting in with anyone else, and no one wants to sit next to him for lunch. I'm like, did I just walk into Kamen Rider Forze all of a sudden? Like, are we
It
gonna
has been
have like
15 years.
40-yard kaiju? Yeah, and like he's so sad and lonely, and then you see a shot of like Teo in his Ultraman state, alone by himself inside the cafeteria, which is cool. But then there's like notification that a meteor fell towards Earth, so he goes to the forest, and then one of his other schoolmates, who's not in his zoology class, shows up. It's like, okay, you go this way, I'll go that way. I'm going to sound monotone because I'm the obligatory April Ludgate of the season. I'm like, wait, we have April Ludgates this season?
I guess.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And then he finds an alien spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien. Yeah. But then another meteor crashes. It's like, oh, geez, are we going to be like doing this all day today? Yes. Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
it starts spinning around in the city. You know, naturally they're holding up their phones, but then and it is a cool kaiju design. I like the LEDs and the horn, like how, you know, one lights up and then it just keeps like having this pattern of how it lights up. Yeah, kind of odd how the civilians are still just like, oh, hey, it looks like a dinosaur. They're still just standing around instead of just being like, holy crap, there's a 65-meter tall giant monster. We should be running. No, Teo, Ibuki, he's having PTSD, and understandably why. And he's trying to outright tell everybody, we need to run and get out of here. And they're all like, no, we want to watch and see what happens. Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, fun fact, if you think the English dub of Teo sounds familiar, that's because he's voiced by Justin Briner, who, as you can imagine, is the voice of Izuku Midoriya in My Hero Academia.
Just like how we had Johnny Young Bosch in Blazar.
Yeah. But the point is, and also, this is not his first Toku role because he played Alfonso in Garo the Animation.
Nice.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Alfonso is the blonde dude. Well, actually, no, it's funny if I say it this way. He's the gold-haired character who wears the red armor as opposed to the red-haired protagonist who wears the gold armor. Except for that one time in season 2 where they switch armors for like 3 episodes.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to be honest here. I couldn't get into My Hero Academia. I tried.
That's fair.
Didn't care for it.
I pretty much stopped watching out like 3 episodes into season 6. And I did not much care for season 5. So, you know, I feel like the first half of season 4 is where it peaked and went downhill from there. And mind you, I have all 42 volumes of the manga, so like, don't at me. But it's crazy that a lot of people are hating on the ending just because Izuku ends up with Ochako and not Kachan or Todoroki. Like,
oh no, this character is canonically straight. Whatever will we do?
Or at least not explicitly gay.
Yeah. Does it matter?
Yeah. Like, it shouldn't. Especially since through most of the show, they've been teenagers. teenagers shipping
That too.
underage characters. Yeah.
Y'all yaoi fangirls are crazy.
Yeah.
We're all thinking it, but
Yeah.
I'm the one who says it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still working my way around, like, learning the names of the human characters, so you do need to bear with me. But it looks like some of them have been involved in anime versions of other Toku properties, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. Like Godzilla's City on the Edge of Battle, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, some stuff to think about. Yeah, so the monster that he saw in his flashback shows up, and yeah, so of course it attacks the city, and it's got this cool thing where, like, it generates these orbs on its spine and before it destroys stuff. And yes, the little boy from the beginning of the episode got injured. So now it's up to.
But it's okay. The dog is okay.
Yes, Boomer will live. Yeah.
No, Adzuki will live.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we got. So of course he goes. No, I'm just kidding. No, he becomes Ultraman Teo, and at first it looks like he's like, nope, stay back. You know what? Time to fight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of goes back to, like, the whole pacifistic thing. And the thing with Teo is that Tsuburaya said that he's an Ultra that doesn't want to fight, but will fight to protect others, or at least something along those lines.
I imagine that's indicative of all Ultraman, well, except for the evil ones.
Yeah, I guess so. But you can definitely see, like, there's some hesitation with Teo to where, like, the other good Ultras, they can fight more confidently. It's like, yes, I'm here to protect people, but they're more confident about it. Which I'm not saying that against Teo. It's just something different.
Yeah. 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 I'm still, like, trying to learn some of these other characters. But yeah, so, like, that other girl from the forest who, like, saw, like, the giant from more up close. Her name is Kana Izumi. And yes, she's the aloof April Ludgate of the group. And in the English dub, she's voiced by Jenny Yokobori, who was in Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Seven Deadly Sins, Eden Zero. Oh, that's cool. Surprisingly, she was in one episode of The Simpsons.
All right.
Fascinating. Yeah. But I imagine people recognize her more for Genshin Impact, for Yoimiya Naganohara. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and she was in Honkai Railstar. I have no idea about these JRPGs that people are playing nowadays, especially the ones with, like, loot mechanics. It's like they all bleed into each other. It's like if you thought I was having a hard time distinguishing Ultraman, these JRPGs are even harder. Honestly, I'm surprised that I even know Shin Megumi Tensei at all.
Yeah. So, of course, Teo is fighting off this kaiju. And it's interesting how before he does certain beam attacks, his whole body changes different colors and then unleashes. And then, like, that, it's like energy. And then he releases it to do that attack. Like, he has a silver form for, like, a barrier. He's got, like, a green form for, like, certain attacks and whatnot.
I know purple fires a shuriken looking thing. Yeah, but, like, this yellow form, it's like he's, like, near electrical cables. But what's weird is that sometimes when, like, he's moving around, and, like, the yellow turns back into blue, and then back to yellow, and then back to blue, and then and then once it becomes yellow again, like he like fires his beam, but
Yeah.
then like as it discharges, he turns back into blue. So it's like these aren't form changes per se, I guess.
No, it's more like energy built up, and then he unleashes that energy.
Yeah. So my question is, how does he actually like generate these specific colors? Like, I mean, obviously there aren't you don't have those things from Sonic colors, but
The Wisp. Oh god.
yeah,
I'm just gonna say this right now, real quick. The Wisps
not a fan
really,
of the Wisps.
yeah, they overstayed their welcome. I was never fond of them. I'm glad Sega's not using them anymore.
Yeah, no, I remember having to use them in both generations and in what's called Star Force, not Star Force, Sonic Forces.
Yeah.
So like that was annoying, high key. Yeah. Um. Yeah, Sonic Forces. Like that game had potential, but like
Oh
it
yeah.
really limited itself with the fact that you could only play as either classic Sonic, modern Sonic, and new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it did have potential. It had some good ideas, but it was really underwhelming, and it could have been a lot better.
And again, you're required to use wisps throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, annoying. Oh, and there's some levels we have to use both characters, like two characters together.
Yeah.
But again, this ain't Sonic Heroes. Yeah. But yeah. So.
But yeah, it was like honestly, it was cool when he turns into like yellow form, quote unquote.
Yeah.
To charge up his Teo CM beam, and then you hear that music going, "Whoa!" That was cool.
Yeah. And by the way, the actor who plays Ibuki, like the actual actor himself, Aoi Iwasaki, he originally auditioned to play Omega. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like how originally a Jason Fawn auditioned to play Leo Corbin, but did not make the cut.
Yeah.
Or Dan Southernworth was supposed to be Adam Park.
Yeah. Or like how Ryota Ozawa, who became Captain Marvelous, he auditions for Shin Kenjer before Gokaiger.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was a Kamen Rider that Furuhara was supposed to audition for. I think it was supposed to be Sword, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. I've heard that happen a lot of times in Toku, to where somebody auditioned for a previous series, didn't get it, but then they got it in a series after.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so there's like no stats for Teo specifically, like the Ultra, not the show. I'm talking about the actual Ultra. Yeah, so there's that, and yeah, so not much to say, but a mysterious woman who, for some reason, in the English dub has a Russian accent. I don't know why
Okay.
she has like does she have an accent in the Japanese dub? Because I'm like confused. It's like, why do you sound like Nico Robin? Почему ты говоришь вот так вот?
Well, I watched the first episode of Teo before we did our podcast on Gavon Infinity. Yeah, I was wondering how they did that in the English dub. But to answer your question, no, she did not have a Russian accent. She was speaking in English, but it was with like a very Japanese accent, like like they normally do in tokusatsu, to where usually when a character speaks English, it has like still has like a thick Japanese accent, and they're speaking slowly so that the viewer can understand.
Yeah, like she does speak in English. Well, so clearly she speaks English in both the Japanese and English dub. But in the English dub, she for some reason has a Russian accent for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so in the English dub, she is voiced by Emma Breezy, who who did additional roles in Ultraman Z. Um, but her other roles include Genshin Impact, Arcanite, Murder Drones, and a Punishing Gray Raven. Whatever that is. I'm guessing it's also an RPG. But
Maybe.
yeah, so I can't wait to watch episode 2 just to see if she still has the Russian accent. It feels weird. It feels weird.
That is, I did not expect to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is really bizarre, to find like I was like confused when I was like watching the episodes. Like, why do you have a Russian accent? It's like I get it. Like you're supposed to be like an agent from another country, but it's like oh yeah, everyone here in Japan speaks English with an American or Canadian accent, but no, that person speaking English with a Russian accent. Maybe they're a foreigner.
Or like how if a character is speaking in the Kansai dialect, they make them sound like they're from the South.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, now look at here. Oh no, my marijuana patch. I mean my carrot patch. Yeah. Protect me, gun. Aw, he thinks he's people. What's your power level? What? Only 7. Yeah.
Move your bitch and bitch ass over, bitch. Power level only 5. Shit, no, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. Oh, apparently there's a SpongeBob SquarePants anime, and Breezy did the voice of Sandy, apparently. And in Death Battle, that's right, that's Death Battle, she did the voice of S-Death. And in Sonic Rebound, she did the voice of Tails. I've never heard of Sonic Rebound.
It's like a fan thing.
It's a fan thing. Okay. So basically, she was doing a bunch of fan projects before she became a professional VA, and then she got a role in Ultraman.
Well, sometimes that happens.
Well, look at you, Bang Zoom, presumably. I don't know who's in charge of the English ADR, but assuming it's Bang Zoom, look at you, Bang Zoom, picking up local YouTube talent. Yeah.
Hey, Bang Zoom, can you hire me to be a voice actor too?
Are you willing to move to either Dallas or Burbank?
Perhaps.
I'll say this: if you did move to Burbank, it would mean that you and I will get more FaceTime. And best part is, if you actually lived in Burbank, then the commute to Morphicon wouldn't be too bad.
True. Oh, the things I have missed. The Excel and Boken Kabuto reunion.
Oh, the things that I have missed. The Myth trailer. Disney's new Power Rangers project that won't exist. The Excel and Kabuto reunions.
Damn, you hit the nail on the head, because it feels like this supposed reboot that they've been talking about for 3 years now is never going to happen.
Yeah. See, it's like, let a franchise die. Let it marinate in its legacy. Quit trying to bring back Mighty Morphin. We've been telling you this for 15 years. And I really do mean 15 years.
Kind of 16 if you want to go with the whole 2010 thing.
Yeah, but mathematically, 15 gets you to 2011. So it
Yeah,
still
I know,
fits.
but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I understand, like, the whole.
We saw it the one time. We didn't like it. Then you try to do it again with Samurai. But more importantly, you try to do it again with Mega Force.
And basically every other it's like I don't get Saban's logic. You say that you want each season to be standalone, yet you keep trying to recapture the spirit of Mighty Morphin. Make up your mind.
Yeah. All right. This episode, it is an 8.5 for me because not much really happens, but I guess we got a little bit of characterization. But what really stood out was the costume designs, both for Teo and the kaiju. Yes, but also what's with the Russian accent? That is so weird.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I'm going to obsess with this for a while. All right, how about you?
Well, coincidentally, I was also going to give it an 8.5. A good 8.5. I thought I was engaged with it. I'm interested to learn more about it, see where it goes. I hope that it's better than Arc and Omega. And I hope it's not one of those shows to where it starts out pretty good and interesting, but then it just becomes like underwhelming as it goes on.
Yeah. I remember seeing a comment in the Gavan chat that really hit the nail on the head for certain recent seasons of Ultraman, and I hope this doesn't fit that pattern. Yeah.
Tsuburaya, I have been an Ultraman fan for a very long time. I know you can do better than this.
Yeah.
I know that you've got some budget limitations. It's part of the reason why it's been like 25 episodes for like a decade now. But you can still make, a good season, a good product with a smaller budget and shorter episode runtime. Especially considering this is the 60th anniversary.
I'm watching the episode in the Japanese dub. No, wait. Yeah, wait, hold on. No, hold on. Give me 1 second. Right, the audio. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I was gonna say check your audio settings.
Hold on. That's weird. In the Japanese dub. Why does she have a French accent in the Japanese dub and a Russian one in the English dub? What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Is Tsuburaya trying to be inclusive now?
Wait, is the actress from like Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan maybe? Because like that's the only explanation I could think of. Like, what's going on? All right. Well, anyways, no comments tonight. We're going to end it right here. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We discuss Ultraman Teo, Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity, Kamen Rider Kabuto, Kamen Rider Z. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss movies, TV shows, and all kinds of things. And we just uploaded a vlog of Monster Palooza. So please be sure to check that out, and we will have more content available for you on both channels. I want to say hi to us in person. We will be at Power Morphicon on August 28th through the 30th at the Pasadena Convention Center. Lots of amazing talents that are going to be there, and we can't wait to see them, and we can't wait to see you guys. Until next time, we hope you have a great rest of your week. Goodbye.
See ya.